Jake's girlfriend, Emily, cheated and said he needed a real man, his world shattered. But her betrayal was just the start. His friends took her side, secrets unraveled, and a twist no one saw coming would change everything. A story of lies, loyalty, and revenge. Jake Carter never saw it coming. 3 years with Emily, the girl he'd moved to Denver for, the one he'd trusted with every secret. Then one night, she dropped the bomb. With a smile, I slept with someone else. I needed a real man. The words hit like a knife. Jake staggered back, his grip on his phone turning white. Real man. He worked 2 jobs to pay their rent, stayed up holding her when her anxiety spiked. But now, she looked almost relieved. Worse, his friends knew. Dude, maybe you were too soft. His best friend, Ryan, shrugged over beers the next day. Women want strength. Jake's throat tightened. Ryan, the guy he bailed out of jail last year, was agreeing with her. Then came the texts. Emily's new guy wasn't just anyone. It was someone Jake knew, and the game was on. Jake stared at his phone screen, the text burning into his retinas. Don't be mad, babe. You were never enough. It wasn't from Emily. It was from Mark. Mark Reynolds, his old college roommate, the guy who'd crashed on their couch for months after his divorce. The same Mark who'd slapped Jake on the back last week and said, "You're lucky to have her, man." Jake's hand shook. He scrolled. Up photos, dates, laughing emojis. They'd been sneaking around for months. He stormed into Ryan's apartment without knocking. You knew. Ryan froze, Xbox controller slipping from his grip. Jake, listen, you covered for them. Jake's voice cracked. Ryan exhaled. She wasn't happy. Mark's got that promotion, the BMW. What did you expect? Jake's fist connected with the wall. That's when his phone buzzed again. A new message from an unknown number. Meet me. I have proof. It wasn't just Mark. The diner was nearly empty at 2 a.m. Jake sat in a corner booth nursing black coffee when she slid in across from him. Lena, Emily's younger sister. "You look like hell," she muttered, sliding a manila envelope across the table. Jake tore it open. Credit card statements, hotel receipts, screenshots of Tinder messages. Emily had been seeing 3 different guys. Why show me this? Jake's voice was raw. Lena's jaw tightened. Because she did the same thing to my last boyfriend, ruined him. I'm sick of her games. Jake's mind raced. This wasn't just betrayal, it was a pattern. Then Lena dropped the nuke. "She's planning to take your dog, Max. She knows you love him more than anything." Jake's blood went cold. "But I know how you can stop her." Lena's plan was simple. Catch Emily in the act. "She's meeting Mark at the Rocky Mountain Inn tonight," Lena said, tapping the hotel reservation on her phone. "But here's the play. You don't confront them. We go bigger." Jake frowned. "What's bigger than walking in on them?" Lena smirked. "Evidence. We film it, then we leak it." The idea made Jake's stomach twist, but the image of Emily laughing while she destroyed him flashed in his mind. Fine, let her taste her own medicine. They parked across from the hotel, cameras ready. 9:17 p.m. Emily strutted inside in that tight red dress Jake had bought her. Mark followed 5 minutes later. Jake's knuckles whitened on the steering wheel. Then his phone buzzed. A text from Ryan. "Dude, where are you?" Emily's freaking out. "She says Max is sick." Lena's eyes narrowed. "That's bullshit. She's baiting you." "But what if she wasn't?" Jake broke first. "I have to check on Max." He growled, throwing his car in reverse. Lena grabbed his arm. "She's lying. This is exactly what she wants." But Jake was already speeding toward his apartment. Bursting inside, he found Emily kneeling beside Max, who was perfectly fine, wagging his tail. "You came," Emily said softly. "I knew you would." Behind her, Ryan stepped out of the shadows, holding a 6-pack. "Relax, man. Just wanted to talk." Jake's pulse roared in his ears. A setup. Then Emily dropped the act. "Lena's using you. She's hated me since we were kids." Ryan nodded. "That evidence she gave you. Probably fake." Jake's phone lit up. "Lena, they're lying. Check the hotel now. Who the hell was playing who?" Jake stood, frozen in his apartment, the air thick with tension. Max whined at his feet, sensing the storm brewing. Emily's eyes gleamed with something Jake had never seen before, triumph. "You really think Lena cares about you?" Emily scoffed, twirling her phone between her fingers. "She's been waiting for years to tear me down, and now she's using you to do it." Ryan stepped forward, cracking open a beer. "Dude, think about it. Why would Lena suddenly help you?" "She's always been jealous of him." Jake's mind raced. He had noticed the way Lena clenched her jaw whenever Emily's name came up. But the evidence, the receipts, the texts, they were real, weren't they? His phone buzzed again. "Lena, Jake, they're stalling you. Mark just left the hotel. If you don't go now, you'll lose your shot." Emily smirked. "Let me guess. Lena's telling you to run back." Jake's fists clenched. He was sick of being played. "You know what? Screw this." He grabbed his keys. "I'm getting the truth myself." The Rocky Mountain Inn loomed ahead, its neon sign flickering in the midnight haze. Jake sprinted through the parking lot, his breath ragged. Room 214, Lena had texted, "Hurry." He took the stairs two at a time at the door. He hesitated, then kicked it open. The room was empty. No Emily. No Mark. Just a single sheet of paper on the bed. Jake picked it up, hands shaking. You shouldn't have trusted her. A chill shot down his spine. Behind him, the door creaked, looking for someone. Jake whirled around, but it wasn't Lena, it was Mark, holding a phone, recording, and behind him, stepping out of the shadows, Emily. She smiled. Now this is going viral. Jake lunged, but Mark was faster, shoving him back. Relax, tough guy, Mark sneered. This is just business. Emily sauntered forward, tapping her phone. Imagine the headline, "Jealous ex breaks into hotel room. How many job offers do you think you'll get after this?" Jake's blood ran cold. This was their plan. They baited him, let him hear, and now they'd paint him as the crazy one. His phone buzzed. "Lena, Jake, get out of there." Now too late. Sirens wailed outside. Emily's grin widened. Oops, guess someone called the cops. Jake's mind raced. He was trapped. Then a crash. The bathroom door flew open. Lena holding a fire extinguisher. "Run!" she yelled, yanking Jake's arm. The fire extinguisher exploded in a thick cloud of white powder as Lena slammed it to the ground. Jake barely had time to react before she grabbed his wrist and yanked him toward the emergency exit. "Move!" she shouted over the blaring fire alarm. Behind them, Mark was coughing violently, blinded by the chemical haze. Emily screamed something, but her voice was drowned out by the chaos. Jake and Lena burst through the stairwell door just as the first police cruiser screeched into the parking lot below. "They set you up," Lena panted as they descended the stairs, two at a time. "That room was booked under your name. They were going to frame you for assault." Jake's stomach dropped. How far would Emily go to ruin him? They exploded out the back exit into a dark alley. Lena pulled him behind a dumpster, just as flashlights swept the area. "We need to split up," she whispered. "Meet me at the old train yard in 1 hour. Jake, she pressed a USB drive into his hand. "Don't trust anyone until you see what's on this." Then she was gone, melting into the shadows. The abandoned train yard was eerily quiet at 3 a.m. Jake crouched behind a rusted boxcar, laptop balanced on his knees as he inserted the USB drive. The files loaded slowly. Security footage, bank statements, text logs. His blood ran cold as the pieces came together. Emily had done this before, multiple times. The footage showed her with different men in different cities, always following the same pattern: date, move in, manipulate, destroy. The bank statements revealed large deposits made right after each breakup. She was a professional con artist. The most recent file was a contract. Jake zoomed in, his hands shaking. Termination agreement. Lane, Mark Reynolds, target, Jacob Carter. Payment, $15,000 upon successful ruination of reputation. A noise behind him, footsteps on gravel. Jake spun around, heart pounding. "Now you understand," Lena said quietly, stepping into the moonlight. "This is bigger than just you." Lena sat cross-legged on the cold ground, her face grim in the blue glow of the laptop. "It's called the honeypot," she explained. "Rich guys hire Emily and her team to destroy people they don't like, business rivals, ex-friends, anyone. She gets paid per kill." Jake's mind reeled. "And you? Where do you fit in?" "I was her first victim," Lena said bitterly. 3 years ago, she targeted my fiancé. He didn't survive the fallout. She pulled up a news article, a young man's obituary, with the headline, "Local entrepreneur dies by suicide after fraud scandal." Jake's breath caught. "Jesus, I've been gathering evidence ever since," Lena continued, "but I need your help to take her down." A car engine growled in the distance. Headlights swept across the tracks. Lena's head snapped up. "They found us." She slammed the laptop shut as tires screeched on gravel. "Time to choose, Jake," she said, pulling a pistol from her waistband. "You in or out?" The headlights blinded them as Jake grabbed Lena's wrist. "We're not killing anyone," he hissed, pushing the pistol down. Tires screeched to a stop just yards away. Doors flew open. "Jake, Lena, don't move." Jake squinted against the light. It wasn't the cops. It was Ryan. With two guys Jake didn't recognize, all armed. Ryan. "What the hell?" "Sod up and listen." Ryan cut him off, his usual easygoing demeanor gone. "Emily's got the whole PD in her pocket. You've got about 3 minutes before they swarm this place." Lena's grip tightened on her weapon. "Why should we trust you?" Ryan tossed a phone at Jake's feet. The screen showed a live feed, Emily and Mark celebrating at some upscale bar downtown. "Because I just figured out I'm next on her list," Ryan said, voice cracking. "She's been sleeping with my brother. They're liquidating my shares in the family business as we speak." A distant siren wailed. Now are you coming? Ryan demanded, or do you want to die in this junkyard? The safe house was a condemned apartment above a bodega in Denver's Five Points neighborhood. Jake watched through cracked blinds as three police cruisers sped past below. "We're ghosts now," Ryan said, tossing them burner phones. No contact with anyone, no social media, no at-one withdrawals. Lena paced like a caged animal. "We need to strike first. Emily's got to meet with her client tomorrow, some tech CEO who wants his co-founder taken down." Jake's head snapped up. "How do you know that?" "Because I bugged her apartment weeks ago," Lena said matter-of-factly. She pulled up an audio file on her laptop. Emily's voice. "The usual terms, 20K upfront, 30K after his investor meeting gets cancelled. We'll have him arrested for domestic violence by Thursday." Ryan paled. That's Jason Cole. "He's my cousin's business partner." Jake's phone buzzed with an alert. His face drained of color as he showed them the screen, a news headline. "Wanted Jake Carter sought in connection with armed hotel break-in." His photo stared back beneath the words "considered armed and dangerous." Lena spread printed schematics across the floor. "The meet's at Union Station tomorrow at noon. Emily will be wired, but the restrooms are surveillance blind spots." Jake studied the blueprints. "So we intercept her before?" "No," Ryan interrupted. "We don't play defense anymore." He pulled a flash drive from his pocket. "This is everything on the honeypots. Clients, billionaires, politicians, 3 sitting judges. We leak it during her meeting." Lena's eyes gleamed. "Turn her clients against her, and they'll handle Emily for us." Jake finished. They worked through the night, Ryan hacking into dark web forums, Lena prepping disguises, Jake drafting the anonymous exposes. As dawn broke, Jake noticed Lena loading a syringe. "Insurance," she said coldly. "In case Plana fails." The burner phone rang. "Unknown number." Jake answered, and Emily's laughter filled the room. "Oh, Jakey, you really think you can win?" Static. Then a new voice. "Markson 2, we have your dog." A whimper. Max's collar jingling. "Be smart, Jake," Emily purred. "Turn yourself in, or we put him down." Live on Instagram, Union Station buzzed with midday travelers. Jake adjusted his janitor's uniform, watching through the crowd as Emily held court at a cafe table with a gray-haired executive. His earpiece crackled. "In position," Ryan whispered. Lena's voice. "Package delivered. Servers are routing." Jake took a deep breath and pushed his cleaning cart forward right as every phone in the station pinged simultaneously. The executive frowned at his device. Then his face went purple with rage. "You recorded our conversations," he roared at Emily. "Nay," erupted the executive's bodyguard, grabbed Emily's arm. She screamed for Mark, but he was too busy staring at his own phone, where Jake's live stream showed Max safe in Ryan's apartment, along with footage of Mark admitting all their crimes to Lena earlier that morning. Police swarmed in real ones, CB jackets visible beneath their vests. Jake melted back into the crowd as Emily was read her rights. His phone vibrated, a text from Lena rooftop. Now, he found her overlooking the chaos. Syringe in hand. "It's over," Jake said. Lena smiled sadly. "For you." She turned toward the fire escape. "I have other names on my list." As she disappeared, Jake's phone lit up with a new message from an unlisted number. "You did good, but the game's bigger than you know. Watch your back." Down below, Emily caught his eye through the police car window. Even in cuffs, she winked. Fade to black.